to add a missing document to your application that you have already submitted to IRCC. This application can be anything. It can be citizenship application, it can be permanent residency application, it can be visitor visa, it can be a student visa, it can be work permit, or any other application. If you have already submitted an application but you have forgotten to attach one or some of the required document, this video is for you. In this video, I am going to show you how you can send those missing required document to your application that you have already submitted to IRCC. So let's start going over all the steps. If you have forgotten to attach a document to your application, you have to send a web form to IRCC. That's the only way that you can add the missing document to the application that you have already submitted. I have already included the link for this page. This is the IRCC web form page. I have already included the link for this page in the bio, but if the link in the bio doesn't work, or if you don't know how to access that link, you can simply go on Google and type IRCC web form. First thing that pops up, this one right here, is the one that you want to click on. It's going to bring you to this page, which again, I have already included the link for this page in the bio. When you're here on this page, you want to scroll down. Then you want to go ahead and click on the update or ask about your application. And it's going to bring you to this page. You want to scroll down and then you want to click on this section. You want to click on add a document to your application. Under the add a document to your application, there is a button for continue to form. This is the button that you want to click on. When you click on that, it's going to bring you to this page, and then it's going to ask you, who are you? For the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm the principal applicant. I am a principal applicant means the person who has submitted the application, and the application that was submitted belonged to me. I'm going to go ahead and click on the continue to form button. When I click on that, it's going to show me some very basic questions that I have to answer. The first question is first name. Make sure you type your information exactly as it was shown on the application that you submitted to IRCC. I'm going to go ahead and say, so first thing first, it's asking for my first name. I'm going to go ahead and say my first name is Music. Then it's asking for my last name. I'm going to go ahead and say it's Ross. Again, make sure you enter the exact information that you entered for the application that you have already submitted to your to IRCC. Then it's asking for my email address. I'm going to go ahead and say this is my email address. Then it's asking me to confirm my email address. I'm going to go ahead and confirm my email address. Then it's asking for my date of birth. I'm going to go ahead and say I was born in 1966, August 3rd. Then it's asking for the country or territory of birth. I'm going to go ahead and say I was born in Turkey. You got to pick your own country of birth. I'm going to go ahead and say I was born in Turkey. There. Then it's asking about the application number. So what is your application number? So for the application number, you got to give them the application number of the application that you have already submitted and you're trying to add documents to. So let's say that you're trying to add documents to your citizenship application that you have already submitted to IRCC. So you got to make sure you give them the application number for that submitted application. I'm going to go ahead and say this is my application number. After I entered my application number, then it's asking me what did I apply for. So if you applied for citizenship, you can just go ahead and pick the citizenship option. Then it's going to ask you what application did you submit, whether it was grant of citizenship, whether it was proof of citizenship. based on your situation, you want to pick one of these options. If you applied for permanent resident card, you want to go ahead and let them know if you are trying to renew your card or if it's a new card. If you applied for permanent residency, then you want to let them know under which category you applied for. Did you apply under a sponsorship inside Canada or a sponsorship outside Canada? Did you apply through federal skilled worker program? Did you apply through humanitarian and compassionate program? You gotta let them know under which category you applied, and then after you let them know under which category you applied, then it's gonna ask you if the application is being processed outside Canada or not. Then again, based on your situation, you have to let them know about the answer to these questions. If you have applied for a student visa, work visa, or visitor visa, all of those fall under temporary residence. So you want to go ahead and pick the temporary residence option right here, and then it's going to ask you whether you applied for work permit, a study permit, visitor visa, or other options right here. If you applied for refugee, you want to go ahead and pick that option, and then you want to go ahead and answer what application did you submit, whether it was refugee claim or refugee sponsorship, which was it. Again, these questions, these two questions, they really depend on your situation. Based on your situation, you have to pick the right category. So let's say for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and say I applied for citizenship, and then I'm going to go ahead and say it was a grant of citizenship. After you answered these questions based on your situation in Canada, based on your status in Canada, you can scroll down, and then it's asking for your UCI. Again, as I mentioned, the only two questions that are different in this web form are this question, what did you apply for, and then what application did you submit. These two questions are the only two questions that are different. Other than that, all of the questions in these web form are the same for everyone. So it doesn't matter which option I picked here. You can still continue watching this video because the rest of the question will be the same for you regardless of what your status is in Canada and what answer you pick in this question. The rest of the question will be the same for everyone. So let's say that I said I applied for citizenship, and then next question is what's your UCI? I'm going to go ahead and say my UCI is this. Then it's asking me, did we ask you to add the documents to your application? If you have been contacted by IRCC and they have let you know that, hey, this document is missing and we want you to send us this document, then you can go ahead and pick this option right here. Yes, you asked me to add the document. If you have not been contacted by IRCC and you know that you didn't attach one of the required document, so you want to go ahead and pick no, I want to add the document to support or complete my application. You want to go ahead and pick this option. For the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and say that no, I haven't been contacted by IRCC, but I want to add a document to complete my application. So this option right here is the one that I have to pick. Then it's asking me to explain first what documents I'm attaching, and second why I'm attaching. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm adding a proof of my language proficiency, and which is a required document for my citizenship application. I forgot to submit this document when I was sending my application, so I'm sending it I'm sending this document to IRCC now. Sending this document to IRCC now. I'm sending it now. So I'm sending it now. Or any other explanation that you have or you want IRCC to know. You don't have to type my explanation that I mentioned here. You can type your own, but make sure that in your explanation you let them know what documents you are sending and why you're sending them. You must let them know first what document you're submitting, and second, why you're submitting it. So here I said I'm submitting this document, proof of my language proficiency, and then to answer the question why I'm submitting it, I'm letting them know because it's a required document for my citizenship application that I forgot to submit when I was sending my application. And then after you're done typing the explanation here, again, you can type any other explanation you want. After you're done, you just scroll down. Then you gotta go ahead and attach the document that you want to submit to IRCC. You wanna go ahead, attach the missing document here. You click on choose file and then you attach the missing document. Keep in mind your missing documents must meet these criteria. The size of the document should not be more than 2 megabytes. If your document doesn't meet these criteria, you will get an error and it's not gonna attach the document. So make sure you are attaching the right document. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach my missing document here. As I mentioned, if the document that you attach, it doesn't meet this requirement, you are gonna get an error. So to show you what I mean, I'm attaching this document. This document doesn't meet this requirement here. So when I go ahead and click on the upload button right here, I'll get an error letting me know that the document size is larger than what I'm allowed to attach. So make sure you attach the right document, because if you don't, you are gonna get an error message. I'm gonna go ahead and attach another document. So after I attached my missing document that meets all these criteria right here, I'm gonna go ahead and click on the upload button right here. And as you can see, my document is attached and uploaded right here. If your document meets meet these criteria right here, then it will be uploaded and you can see it in this table below. And then after you attach the document, you can just, after you attach the missing document, you can just scroll down. You just have to go ahead and check the box right next to this sentence. I've read and understand the above disclaimer. Then after you check the box, you want to go ahead and click on the review your request button. It's going to bring you to this page. This is a summary of all the information that you've entered. First, it's the title of your request. You want to add a document to your application. I chose citizenship. Depending on what option you chose, what application you have submitted to IRCC, this is going to be different. But regardless, you will see that the title is add a document to your application. And then here you're going to see all the information that you've entered, your name, your last name, the date of birth, email address, all the information about your applications and everything. And then here it's going to just show the answers that you picked and you typed. And then underneath that, it's going to show you the document that or documents that you have attached. Make sure you go over all these information carefully and to make sure that you have entered them all correctly and nothing is wrong, everything is right and everything is being entered correctly. After you're done, you want to go ahead and click on the submit your request button. And that's how you add a missing document to